They see me and Remo at the Lazer Dim concert the other day.
Who's Lazer Dim?
No, he's lit.
He lit? You from West Coast?
He's trying to tax me for an interview, but
you from Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I did hear about him. He popping?
yeah, you got a whole thing going on.
He's trying to tax you for an interview.
Yeah, these rappers are crazy.
He's trying to pay you for an interview?
No, he's trying to get me to pay him for an interview.
Lazer Dim?
Yeah, you're gonna end up on his next song.
My nigga.
I know. I was a little
get
offended
savage
too.
in an interview. The fuck am I paying for Lazer? No, this
Aren't you
is
supposed to want to do this? But you know,
how much you want to?
I'm not gonna air that out.
15 bands?
No.
Oh,
it was a more realistic amount. Yeah,
3 bands.
Which that almost offended me more because if somebody's like 20K, it's like okay, whatever. Like he's around.
Fraud. Trap so hard that I run out the house when I play my music so the roof don't cave in. Fraud.
Alright, so Adam22 just went on a podcast and explained that Laserdym tried to charge him for an interview, which a lot of people were looking at Lazer like, huh? And there's also some discourse about whether or not Laserdym was a meme rapper and why he wouldn't have much longevity. So let's get into it. And let's start off with Laserdym or his management trying to charge No Jumper, I think like $5,000-$10,000 for an interview, and why that maybe or probably will be very harmful for his career. It's kind of becoming like a sign or a thing where like Laserdym or him or his management, which we'll talk about later, is starting to have a trend with their behavior, and it looks like it'll slowly but surely start to negatively affect his career. So first of all, you just heard the clip, so I'm gonna go over that. First of all, him not getting a No Jumper interview, that it doesn't really mean anything. Like he doesn't need it, they don't need it. It's not a big deal, okay? I did think it was funny how Adam said like what really made me think or what really made him like pissed off was like it was like they didn't say like 20 or 30K just as like a little FU. They were like, no, we want like 5, like they were trying to reasonably like quote unquote reasonably negotiate a number to make him hop on the okay, right, you know. So anyways, this actually got quite some attention, and here's what some people said. First of all, many people do not like Adam22, so one guy said, glad he did, Adam a weirdo, excommunicated that guy out the culture. Another person said like he should. But you know, there are a lot of people who what would you say, started speaking a little sense. So one person said, okay, he wants to be paid for the use of his image. Is this a problem? Boblum said, I feel you, but at the same time, No Jumper is a large platform and a much wider audience, so it's kind of shooting himself in the foot. And I totally agree, like, bro, you know, at the end of the day, do you really think Laserdym, of all people, has a problem with Adam22 and what he's been doing? Like, nah, I don't think so. So for him not hopping on an interview or something is just like, it's just free publicity, you know, why would you turn that down, you know? Another person said, his management on that shit. It's probably his management. Max was right. Another person said, not the biggest fan of Adam, but this Laserdym's ego is at Kanye's level at this point. Alright, so from what you can see, it's kind of clear that like most people actually sided with Laserdym, and honestly, like I don't really think it's like a big moral thing or anything. Like, I don't think he did anything wrong or anything. However, it kind of shows that his management or him just prioritized getting really quick money over anything else. Like you could probably just give him a bag and he'll do anything. Like not anything, but you could probably just like, I don't know, like you could probably give him a couple racks and have him like perform at a preschool or something. Like you know what I mean? But anyways, I don't really think it's a great thing because a lot of people are laughing at it and saying, yo, as he should, oh my god, get that money, you know, it's cool, I get all that. But you know, I feel like Laserdym and his management, they probably should realize like, yo, you know, maybe we see past like 1 week in the future here, you know, and try and do things, because I feel like right now Laserdym is legitimately the hottest underground rapper of, yeah, like right now, like he's been the hottest underground rapper for like a month, and he's probably going to be for like another month. But you gotta understand that like after a couple months, this guy is not gonna be the new thing. Like, you know, right now he's just so unique, and everywhere or whoever listens to him is just like shocked, like, oh my god, this actually sounds pretty good, and his lyrics are crazy, and he's got a cool image and cool personality. You know what I mean? That's gonna all wear off in like a month, and he's just gonna be like everyone else, and you know, there's gonna be a new Laserdym, and what are you gonna do then? You know, maybe a No Jumper interview wouldn't have been too bad, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it's the end of the world, but you know, things like that wouldn't have been, you know, that bad. Like, you think Kai Cenat is gonna keep hitting you up? Like, probably not, bro. Maybe this might age horribly, and he might just become like the biggest rapper of all time. You know, not of all time, but he might just become huge. But you know what I mean, right? Anyways, around the same time this all started going on Twitter, This one guy named Taz Taylor, who's like the founder of this producer collective called Internet Money, said so many new artists surround themselves with new shitty teams that ain't never ran a real artist around or developed anything, and it shows. So yeah, Laserdym seems like he has pretty inexperienced management, but you know, it's not the end of the world at the end of the day. You know, I mean, he also linked up with Young Fazo. You know what they say. I think there's a saying like, "I met Young Fazo, I will never fail." I think that's how it goes. Like, if you meet Young Fazo, like, you just cannot fail. There's also Maya Buckets in the back. I think there's also a saying, "I met Maya Buckets, I will never fail." So yeah, he's definitely destined for greatness now. But that's not the only sort of negative news that's been published or put out about him. So the other day, or not the other day, this actually happened quite a bit ago. I believe it was published like a week, 2 weeks ago or something. This blog called No Bells published an article, or like a really short piece. It's part of a column on how Laserdym is actually a meme rapper and why his career will not last because history repeats itself and stuff like this has happened, and you know. So anyways, I'm just gonna read it. I'm not gonna pop the text up, and afterwards I'm gonna give you my thoughts, and I'm also gonna, you know, give some short comments while I'm reading it. Anyways, here's what it says. A new rapper from Atlanta named Laserdym 700 has been climbing the ranks of the internet and industry. He raps memeable punchlines over blown out beats with even more blown out vocals. He leans into the crude vocal chain that Glock 40 Spaz helped popularize. Okay, I wouldn't say that like Glock 40 Spaz like popularized having bad mixing. Like, underground rap has been notorious for having the worst mixing ever, but okay, you know, I kind of get where he's coming from. But sacrifices the musicality that prevents such music from being harsh noise. Ouch. So he basically says Laserdym does not make good sounding music, which should foreshadow what the rest of this quick piece is gonna be on. Oh wait, literally next sentence. Laserdym songs are harsh noise. How much do you want to bet that this guy is white? Okay, and they are very annoying. Oh my god, this guy does not like Laserdym. They sound like a turret going off in my head, but work perfectly when chopped into 10 or 20 second clips and repurposed onto social media. Alongside his outlandish personality, which has some people laughing at him, this is where his popularity comes from. And I'm not gonna lie, he's not totally wrong. Okay, so we'll talk about the whole, okay, sounds like a turret going off, a turret going off in my head. That's crazy. But the outlandish personality, kind of, but definitely the way his songs can be clipped and turned into 10 or like 20, 30 second, not even 30, like 5-10 second clips. That definitely helps a lot. Like little lyrics that are very quotable just make you very viral. For example, Ian, if you ever listen to an Ian song, every line, every bar from an Ian song can be put as an Instagram caption and not like on some Rilo Rodriguez stuff either. Anyways, the article goes on. He says, it is not good or serious music. Anyone who thinks so probably has a screen time of 15 hours a day. It's novelty rap, a bit, a laugh. That's fine. Good for him. I hope he gets rich off of it. Do you? I'm just kidding. To his credit, he is a good rapper without the gimmick. The problem I have, he has a problem, is that his music is exactly what the market wants. It's not something that was pushed back on, then slowly accepted over time. It's something that caught the algorithm. Okay, so first of all, a little background on him. He's actually been grinding for a long time. Like, bro, this guy was shooting music videos like crazy. He had like 300 chillers before he blew up, so I wouldn't really say that, and he didn't have the same style all the way through, but like he definitely was putting in work, you know what I mean? He said it's just not good or serious music, so here's how I'll put it. Like, first of all, if you drive a motor vehicle, you cannot play this guy's music in your car, because if you, I don't know, just the way car speakers are, like, you're gonna think something's wrong with the engine or the car. It's just gonna make like this weird vibration noise too, so I kind of understand that. Also, if you are over like 23 years old, you probably aren't listening to him either. The other thing as well is because of the 808s, it can be a bit harsh. I remember I was listening to his tape, and you can play like one song or two songs, but like it's really hard to get through the whole thing because your ears just start going like, yo, this is like just the 808s itself, you know what I mean? But the music isn't bad or anything. The music isn't like, he's not trash. Like, that's crazy. It is novelty rap though, I'll say. Like, a lot of it is just like, it's funny, you know? And it did catch the algorithm. Now, he cites a case from history. He said, we saw this in 2020 with 645 AR, a once serious rapper from Cobb County who came up alongside Tony Snow and 10K Duncan, but then pivoted using a cartoonishly squeaky auto-tune voice on the track Crack, which led to global infamy with the Ford the Trap song and video. Okay, so if you don't remember 645 AR, he was like this Atlanta kind of like rapper, and yeah, he did come up with Tony Snow and 10K Duncan, and what's funny is Tony Snow is like up right now. 645AR is like, no offense, I can't remember the last time I heard of him. And he did blow up for a short period of time, and he like blew up. Like, you know, he got videos on Genius. He got like, he was big. He was way bigger than whatever Laserdym is right now. This whole like chronically online scene just wasn't there yet. Anyways, he goes on to say he signed a massive deal with Columbia Records off the meme, went global again with Yoga, then fizzled out. So yeah, basically he fell off. You know, the classic meme rapper cycle. If you don't know, meme rappers, they blow up super fast, and then they maintain it usually for a little bit. There's like a cycle. Like the first time it hits the hardest, and the second time they can kind of pull it off. Third time, okay, and after it's like slow down there, buddy. Your 15 seconds of fame is up. Time to go. There's a new meme rapper in town. His name is Laserdym 700. You gotta make some space for him. Push him away. Anyways, he goes on to say, there was serious pushback in Atlanta at the time. Rappers in the scene were pissed, jealous too, I imagine, that he cashed out on a gimmick. In the wake, Laserdym's ascent seems totally ordinary and acceptable. So he said that this time it's a bit different because back then people were mad, like, yo, why is this guy blowing up off some BS? You know what I mean? But this time everyone's just happy for him, like, yo, cool. Anyways, he goes on to say, given the pace of the music industry today, you must do something to stand out as an artist, is what I imagine people in boardrooms pitching Laserdym are saying. All right, this guy's got jokes. His music does stand out, but as a product that generates significant social media traffic, yet I'm sure it will work out in the short term. Thanks to the everything is ironic post-quarantine ethos held within Zoomer communities. Why should anything be serious? The world is collapsing. Okay, so this is kind of like a deep subject. He's basically saying that because of the quarantine, and it kind of like put all the youth, or people my age and younger, into this whole headspace of like, yo, nothing matters, blah, blah, blah. Like, we're all, maybe that is, I don't know. I'm not gonna like try and think that out right now. Way too late in the night to use that much brain power. But he is kind of right. Like, if you look at meme pages, it's all like irony and this and that. So I guess Laserdym's image and persona does like really work well with that. But he does end it off with a final warning, saying, if 645AR and this other meme rapper as well is any indication, then I'd say Laserdym 700 will be known for using a blasted voice, off kilter, and delivering spastic punchlines. If he tries to switch his style and make some serious music, it's likely he'll flop. People will want what they came for. It's a one-time thing unless he can adapt his meme like Lil Pump successfully did for a few years, take control of his meme like Lil Nas X so smartly does, or cultivate a fan base that views him as an artist, not just a purveyor of distortion. People enjoy his songs because they're funny and shocking. What needs to be considered is what happens when the novelty of that wears out. Dun dun dun. Okay, so wow, super. That's a little like, okay, bro, like this is a Wendy's. But anyways, you know, he does have a point, and let's go over it. So number one, as I said earlier, you know, think of every meme rapper to ever exist. They've all fallen off. Where is Mario Judah? Where is Mario Judah? You know what I mean? You also look at meme rappers who have stayed, and they've just completely reinvented themselves. You know, you look at someone like Joji, who's pink guy, completely different. You look at what's his name? His name is Brian. He started off with the rich. I can't say what the word comes after. There's a bunch of meme rappers, and you know, look at Lil Boom. Look where he is. You know, think of all the meme rappers. They're all pretty much gone. However, some artists weren't meme rappers, but they were kind of considered as a meme, which is what I believe Laserdym falls under. You look at Lil Pump. He did successfully do it. Of course, it burnt out. Now, look at Lil Pump once again, and as we were talking about earlier in this video, his management, Laserdym's management, is very inexperienced and doesn't seem to be having a great grip on what he's doing. Lil Pump had insanely good management. I forgot who they were, but they were really good. They got him signed. He owns most of his masters. He got a crazy big deal. You know, he made serious money. So Lil Pump and he's still successful because he can still do shows and festivals all over the world. Like, he's good. Take control of his meme. Okay. Now they cite Lil Nas X as someone who does this, and he did do this and still kind of does this. Lil Nas X, you know, has written a bunch of industry #1 hits. He puts a lot of thought into his marketing. Like, do you think Laserdym is going to do that? Probably not. And what he also says is, yo, people look at this guy for his unfunny, unserious, like kind of memey music. If he tries to switch that up and become serious, people aren't really going to mess with him. And yeah, I kind of agree, to be honest. I don't think he plans on doing that. I think he plans on just keep going, and it's gonna die down sometime. So what pivot could he make? Number one, he uses a lot of, I wouldn't say similar flows. He dropped a tape with his producer Gohan, which I listened to, and it kind of threw me off. He was using different flows, he was experimenting, but I like, you know, that he's doing that. Other than that, honestly, like, I don't even know what I would say. Like, what advice? I mean, I don't think he cares, or I don't really care either about giving advice or anything, but I'm just saying, I'm trying to think of what he could do. I think he's doing pretty good. I just think that eventually it will like wear out, and it doesn't take a genius to see this. It's just the way this guy went about saying this was probably not a great, kind of a crude and blunt way of saying it. So it really pissed people off on Twitter. Someone said, love no bells, but this is such a miss. I don't even like a lot of Laserdom stuff, but he can rap, and diluting it to a meme doesn't feel right. Yeah, I don't really think that's what another person said. Stick to hyperpop, but because they cover a lot of hyperpop artists. That's also a guy named Waze who makes pretty good music. He's part of Nova Gang as well. Anyways, so people weren't exactly happy with what No Bells or this blog said, but you know, if you take out all the, you know, unnecessary jabs at Laserdom, this dude Milan is actually speaking some facts. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you really think about it, what do you really think is gonna happen? Like, you think he's gonna keep dropping the same music over and over and over and over? It's probably not, bro. Like, probably not. Do you think people are gonna keep booking him for shows it's probably not, you know? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, people, all this stuff gets old, you know? So what is he gonna do next? I have no clue. He could probably take the route where he signs, and right? And he probably gets like a feature from like a semi-mainstream artist and does like a whole thing and promotes a debut album, puts that out and sells like however much, you know, maybe if he could even get to that point. But yeah, I don't really see it, you know. It's kind of sad, but I guess that just is what it is. Kind of like, I didn't expect to have it grim. Anyways, sorry, this video get grim like that. Anyways, let's go on to what people think of Laserdom and kind of like sends where it is, because right now it's at an all-time high, and I don't really see him falling off in like a month. I think like a 3, 6, 1 year type thing. But as an artist, you kind of have to look at yourself through that long-term view, right? Because, you know, like, what are you gonna do? Just be lit for like a year and then fall off? So anyways, here's some hate. One person said, be honest, who actually sits down and listens to Laserdom? Another person said, actually, this isn't even hate. Laserdom, depression is consuming me. I have no one to lean on. It hurts. Please save me from this darkness. Random white guy number 4. LeTwain, you crazy as hell. A lot of people are really excited for him. For example, in Summer Smash, one guy said, gonna be front row for Laserdom. Another person said on the fake XXL list, Laserdom is the only one deserving of a spot. Some other people who are just unfamiliar of him, so one person said, Laserdom 700 sounds like a medical equipment machine. Laserdom 700 sounds like an Xbox gamer tag from 2010. But I mean, other than that, because I know we talked about a lot of negative things in this video, Laserdom does have a really cool personality. Like, I don't know, there's just a bunch of like memes about him, like how old you is. Like, for example, recently at a show, he asked Molly Santana how old she is.
How old you is, Molly? How old you is, Molly?
I think she said she was 19 on her most recent album, which is pretty good. Someone said she's pissed off. She probably is. She looks pissed off. There's also clips from like Blackboy Max's stream. They're just funny. Laserdom, I can tell he's a cool dude.
Jerry, you got anything to say, like a rebuttal, or you out here?
No.
Give me a kiss one time.
Damn.
Anyways, overall, do I think Laserdom is like here to stay and he's gonna be so big? Honestly, he could, because not a lot of people thought that about Yeet, and Yeet kind of went there. But you know, Yeet had a really good manager behind him. He had a really good plan. He was dropping. He was very smart. He had like a huge community. Just went up. Laserdom. The thing about Laserdom is he's kind of like a one-trick pony. You know, he's just like and he's also like very trendy right now. You know what I mean? And the other thing I'd also like to say is, I feel like you can't just build a fan base that fast. Like, you gotta stay around and slowly build it. So I wouldn't say Laserdom has a fan base, and that's definitely gonna hurt him, and that's not gonna be something that and I guess when you just blow up like this, you kind of just have to work with it. Like, the way Yeet did it was he just dropped like 100 more hits, and it was like, all right, okay, you got fans now. But like Laserdom, I don't know. So I'm not gonna lie, when I was reading that No Bells article at first, because I didn't actually read it until I watched this video, I wanted to have like a first reaction. I was almost like trying to like deflect and kind of be like, maybe not, you know, kind of denied. But I'm not gonna lie, that guy was saying some pretty factual information, you know. This is what it is. So I was kind of like in denial, like, nah, he's not gonna fall off like that. No. And then when you also couple that with like his management not really dealing with him that great, or the way they're just going about it, it looks like, what I was gonna say back in the management thing is, I believe that when Blackboy Max said, yo, they were trying to pay someone, or something was trying to be paid to Kai Cenat, I'm pretty sure that was his management. So yeah, it's like a running theme. Anyways, another Yap session in the books. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, you don't need to do anything. You can unsubscribe, dislike, whatever, I don't care. Just hope you had a good day. See you tomorrow, and bye.